Hey everybody, Bryn Zalazar here, bringing an update to my Black Mage guide based off of some feedback that I received on Reddit from some very helpful users, giving some good critique as to essentially what I was doing with my cross hotbar, and I wanted to go ahead and basically take their ideas and bring them to you guys just to make sure that I'm giving you the absolute most best information possible. And one of that information was essentially that while in the kind of the rotation guide, I was not listing out transpose as a step, but in my video, I was using it, namely just because that was just a part of kind of how I've kind of grown to play the job. Turns out that was not correct or the most effective way, and I want to highlight that change now. So essentially, to jump right into it and make this a quick video, I've changed transpose to fire. I keep it here in case I don't have the MP to get off of Blizzard 3 or Fire 3. And transposed ice, I moved them from this slot over here just so that if I need them, I can have access to them. And they replaced lethargy, which I've moved to my second hotbar right here. But essentially, what I've done was I've basically done a macro for Blizzard 3 and Fire 3, and I'll show you guys that right now. And essentially, kind of with just like my transpose, I'm going to cast Fire 3, and I'm going to change to Hotbar 1. So you can see that listed right here. And then I will cast Blizzard 3, and I will change to Hotbar 4. And essentially what that actually means is that I can actually switch and stay in the kind of the third tier Umbral Ice or Astral Fire, and switching from AF3 to Umbral Ice 3 is really quick and easy using Blizzard 3. In fact, the cast time is halved. So rather than transposing and then casting Blizzard 3 at a reduced cast time, you find that you can actually just switch your stance by casting Blizzard 3 and Fire 3 and getting a reduced cost to that. And so what I'm going to show here is that essentially that same rotation without using transpose but using Blizzard 3 and Fire 3, which is really, really good. And so and lastly, the other bit of feedback that I received that I wanted to pass on to you guys was that of Thunder. So I have been using a macro called Thunderstruck, which will always use my highest level Thunder spell. And so when it procs, it's very handy, which is really great. So that whenever you have that tick and then you can get a free Thunder spell with an insta-cast off, that's great. You want to use your highest level Thunder spell. But what you do find is that with this part of your rotation, Thunder itself has a reduced cast time than Thunder 3, and with that reduced cast time, you also have reduced MP cost. So there is an inherent value. Essentially, the priority being we want to keep a Nokian up at all costs. And as a part of the rotation, if you I'll put it up on the screen as I'm doing the guide, essentially, whereas I'm just attacking the dummy, but it's you do want to have that 30-second rotation, that 25-second rotation, and then lastly that 20-second rotation before you're able to actually refresh a Nokian and then go right back into that 30-second rotation. And so as a part of that, from a cost-saving measure, you want to use a lower level Thunder spell in this case because it's going to have the same chance to proc as anything else. So it's really quite fascinating, some really good feedback. So thankful always for that because I want to make sure that I'm doing what I need to be doing with that regard. So those are the changes. So what you'll be seeing on the screen is me going through that rotation, using that and using these abilities, and it is much quicker and it does have a much better feel. So hopefully that actually helps. And again, you still have your transpose. So if you do mess up and you do need to be able to switch stance, you should do that. You have that ability, as well as if you don't have for some reason the MP to cast Blizzard 3, or if you have to move and you're going to lose that Astral Fire, best, in my opinion, to transpose into that Umbral Ice to start regenning MP as well. So anyway, I just wanted to give this quick update to the guide. I thank you guys so much for your feedback. Let me know if you got any additional feedback below. There was a couple of tips regarding kind of the macros, and I can address that in the macro document, which will be attached to the description of this video. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.